Okay, so OpenAI just dropped a massive update to ChatGPT, and it's called GPT 5.1. Now, this is not just some minor tweak we're talking about. It's a really big shift in how the AI actually talks to us, aiming to make our chats not just smarter, but, well, a whole lot more human. So let me just start with this question. What if the AI you use every day felt less like a clunky tool and more like a genuine partner, someone you could actually talk to? That right there is the big idea behind this entire update, and we're about to see what that really means. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get into the big idea, the why behind this upgrade. Then we'll meet the two new models that are making it all happen. After that, we'll see them in action with some pretty cool examples. Look at how you can customize the experience. And finally, we'll talk about when you can get it. All right, let's dive right in. The first thing you've got to understand is that this update isn't just about raw power or, getting better at solving math problems. It's really about improving the feel of the conversation itself. And it looks like this all comes straight from user feedback. I mean, OpenAI said it themselves. We heard clearly from users that great AI should not only be smart, but also enjoyable to talk to. It turns out people don't just want a machine that spits out answers. They want something that's actually a better conversationalist. So how did they pull this off? Well, instead of a one-size-fits-all model, they've rolled out two totally distinct upgraded models. Each one has its own special purpose. Meet GPT 5.1 Instant and GPT 5.1 Thinking. Okay, let's break these down. Over here, you've got GPT 5.1 Instant. Think of this as your new go-to for pretty much any quick chat. It's designed to be warmer, way more conversational, and it's much, much better at following specific instructions. And on the other side, you've got GPT 5.1 Thinking. This is the heavy lifter, built for deep, complex reasoning. It's clearer, more efficient, and it actually adapts its thinking time, so it's fast on simple stuff, but really digs in on the hard problems. And the key thing is, both of them are designed from the ground up to be warmer and more empathetic. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Because, talk is cheap. The real test is seeing how these new models actually perform. And trust me, the differences are pretty incredible. Honestly, the best way to really get what a leap this is to see it for yourself. So let's look at some direct side-by-side comparisons between the old way and the new way. Check this out. You tell the old model you're stressed. What do you get? A perfectly fine but super clinical bulleted list of tips. It's helpful, but it feels robotic. Now look at GPT 5.1 Instant. The first thing it says is, "I've got you, Ron." It leads with empathy. It feels like you're talking to someone who's actually listening, and the advice is just so much more supportive and conversational. And this one perfectly shows the improvement in following instructions. The user says, "Always respond with 6 words." The old model gets it right just once, then completely forgets the rule. But the new GPT 5.1 Instant, it absolutely nails it. Every single response, exactly 6 words. That kind of reliability is a huge deal for anyone trying to do creative or structured work. Now let's switch over to the thinking model for something a little more complex. Ask the old model about advanced baseball stats, and you get this dense, technical wall of text with formulas. I mean, it's accurate, but it's pretty intimidating. GPT 5.1 Thinking, though, it starts with "nice nerd stat time" and a little baseball cap emoji. It immediately makes the whole topic feel more fun and approachable, and it explains things in plain English before it gets into the nitty-gritty. It's like having a smart friend explain it to you, not a textbook. And this one really gets to the core of it. This massive leap in emotional intelligence. A user is venting, they spilled coffee on themselves, they feel like an idiot. The old model gives a decent, kind of detached, reassuring answer. But look at GPT 5.1 Thinking. It's not just reassuring, it's practically coaching you. Hey, no, they didn't. It directly challenges that negative self-talk and reframes the whole situation. This is a game changer in the AI's ability to give genuine, empathetic support. Okay, so it's not just that the default models are better, OpenAI is also giving us a lot more control over the AI's personality. Let's take a look at how you can now tweak ChatGPT to sound exactly how you want it to. So they've updated the personality presets to be a lot more useful. You can now just click to switch between different tones. You want a professional tone for work emails? Done. Need some direct, candid feedback? You got it. Or maybe something more quirky for brainstorming? It's all right there. And if you're someone who likes to really fine-tune things, you now have way more granular controls. You can literally adjust sliders for things like warmth and how concise it is. You can even control how many emojis it uses. And maybe the best part? These settings now apply instantly to all your conversations, even the ones you've already started. All right, so let's get to the big questions. When can you actually get your hands on all this stuff, and what does it mean for what's coming next? The good news is the rollout is happening fast. It actually starts today for paid subscribers. Then, in the next few days, it'll become available to all free users. And if you're a developer, API access will be enabled this week. Paid users will also be able to access the old GPT-5 models for the next 3 months, which gives everyone plenty of time to adjust. And get this, you won't always have to pick between instant and thinking. There's a new auto mode that will intelligently look at your prompt and send it to the best model for that specific job. So the whole experience just feels more powerful without you having to do any extra work. And all of this brings us to one last, really important question to think about. This update is more than just code. It's a huge step towards an AI that understands us on a more human level. So as these tools go from being just information processors to actual empathetic partners, how is that going to change the way we work, the way we learn, and maybe even the way we think? It's definitely something to chew on. Thanks for watching.